Thank you for purchasing the audiobook DOFUS-French. How can I improve my win rate in kolossium without actually improving my gameplay? The answer is simple. Communication. This audiobook will teach you basic DOFUS-French and also some DOFUS terminology in French that you will need to use in order to increase your win rate. Chapter 1. Chapitre 1. The fundamentals. The first thing you need to know when trying to communicate in French is the fundamentals of DOFUS. Let's start off with the classes, shall we? Luckily, most of the words used to describe a class are the same in both French and English. There is a slight difference in pronunciation. A Frenchman would say, "C'est le sacreur," while the Englishman would say, "This is a sacreur." Do you hear the difference? Sacreur, 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 sacreur. However, these words are very close to each other, so we will not be covering them in this video. Some of the classes do, however, have different names in French and in English. And these classes are the Foggernaut, the Steamer, Foggernaut, Steamer, the Masquerader, le Zobal, the Masquerader, le Zobal, and finally, the Rogue, le Roublard, the Rogue, le Roublard. There are a couple of classes that the French have decided to abbreviate as their original names are too long. Zobal, for example, becomes Zozo, and the Enu becomes Nunu. The time saved by abbreviating these words is often used to optimize gameplay. Before we move on, some of you might be wondering why it's so bright in here, and that is because the narration of this video was filmed in heaven. Moving on. Chapter 2. Chapitre 2. Basic fighting concepts. Instead of immediately learning every single spell of every single class, it is often better to know how to discuss basic fighting strategies with your French teammates. The most common fighting concepts are Fouler rôder. Go fouler rôder. This means that the player asking this wants you to use all of your AP or a large portion of your AP to erode the enemy. Next we have full tap. Go full tap. Use your AP to do as much damage to the enemy as you can. Full tap basically means full hit. Hit the target as much as you can. Soignez-moi, s'il te plaît. Soignez-moi, s'il te plaît. The person that is writing this wants you to heal them. Soignez-moi. Soignez-moi, s'il te plaît. And lastly, souffle ton cul. Souffle ton cul. Try to run away or shield yourself and survive the next turn. If your teammate says souffle ton cul, they want you to survive. They basically care a lot about you, and you should try to live for another turn. Chapter 3. Chapitre 3. Advanced fighting concepts. After practicing with the basics of chapter 2 a little bit, you're now ready to move on to the final chapter, which is advanced fighting concepts. In combat, you will realize that some spells are used a lot more often than other spells and have a greater impact. I will give you an overview of the most common or useful spells that you should know but do not share the same name in English as in French. Leap. Entrechat. Entrechat. Repercussion. Contre-coup. Contre-coup. Smell. Odorat. Odorat. Puppets. Cousiner. Cousiner. Eka flips. Eka flips luck. Chance d'Eka. Chance d'Eka flip. Feka zijn shield. Boubou Feka. Ou bouclier Feka. Melee invulnerability. En vue kak. En vue kak. Ranged invulnerability. En vue distance. En vue distance. Bribery. Corruption. Corruption. Mass grave. Fosse commune. Fosse commune. Mistake. Fourvoiement. Fourvoiement. Zeller's dial. Cadran de Zéloir. Cadran de Zéloir. Blunderbuss. Tremblant. Tremblant. Overcharge. Surcharge. Surcharge. Prey. Proie. Proie. And finally, venison. Gibier. Gibier. These are all the spells and all the fundamentals you need to know to be able to increase your Colosseum rating without actually increasing your in-game skill. Thank you so much for watching. If you're curious for the next audiobook, please leave a comment with what that audiobook should be about and what you want to learn. Thank you so much, and until next time.